Can we just take a second to admire the fact that I can fit my hair in a bun? I mean, there's a million and one baby hairs back here, but like, y'all don't gotta know about that. What's up, y'all? So, I have a whole travel Johnski when you're from Jersey. What is this called? Like a section? Bubble? Whatever. And I thought, you know what? It's probably smart for me to make a video about this. A lot of people keep asking me like a billion and one questions about traveling and how I do it and stuff. And like, there is no secret. There is no magic. I just find the cheapest flights and I just go. I have 9 apps to go through that are pretty cool. One of them I don't really use at all, but let's get into it. Okay, first up, what do I want to talk about first? Okay, these are just like my go-to. So if you've heard of them already, like, cool, but I'm just telling you that like they are the ish for me. First up, we got Skipflag. I put a lot of my friends onto this website. It's a game motherfucking changer for cheap flights, y'all. I use Skipflag more than probably any other flight service thing because it just finesses. It finesses its way and finds like $500 flights to Paris and stuff like that. Like it is just, it's the GOAT. It just constantly has like Skipflag rates. You know, it'll compare like Skipflag rates to like wherever else, Kayak or Priceline. Like it has its own rates, y'all. Other than Skipflag, I use Google Flights. I personally really love Google Flights because of the calendar view that it gives you, and like it makes it really easy for me to find the cheapest flight, like, and when I should go. With my travels, I'm never really like restricted date-wise. I just am restricted financially. So I need to find the cheapest time for me to go wherever I want to go. So I use Google Flights and Skipflag the most for booking flights. The next place that I have recently discovered to book flights that is like crazy because I don't understand how they're so low and they're cheaper than Skipflag sometimes, and I'm like, is this a real plane? What am I getting on? I don't remember how I found this app, to be honest, but it's called Momondo. I have no idea, y'all. It's crazy. It also has a like calendar thing where you can see the lowest days to fly out and in of whatever city you're trying to go to. So I really like that. You know, just got some future flights I'm trying to plan out, and this honestly app has been winning. I haven't booked anything through this app yet, so I kind of am just out here telling y'all about an app I've never for real fully used, but I've seen a bunch of reviews on it and I've heard about it like online recently, and it seems to be like the ish when it comes to booking flights and finding cheap ones. Next up would be Google Trips. I use this when I'm about to use this weekend actually. I don't know when this video is going up, but probably afterward. But I will be coming back from Houston by the time this is up probably, but like I have 2 trips coming up to Houston and then New Orleans in a couple weeks too. It pretty much has like, you can put your reservations all on here, like they can be all in one place, all your flight information. It has things to do, you can make like a day plans thing, food and drinks, like things you need to know about the area, public transportation. It's just kind of like a one-stop place to have all your information about your trip, and you can plan out your day and you can save places that you really want to check out. I just found it really helpful when it comes to like planning and having everything really organized and ready to go for your trip. Another Google one, I wish Google Flights was an app, to be honest. Like that would just be amazing. What's up, Google? What are y'all doing? Google Translate, I mean, obviously I think everyone has heard of this, but I think it's so convenient to have on your phone. You can also, the cool thing about Google Trips and Google Translate is you can use them offline. Like Google Trips, I have like my trip downloaded basically. You know, you don't have to be on Wi-Fi to like look at all this stuff. Like you could just, it's downloaded to this app, so you can always open it up. Same with Google Translate, you can download Spanish. Like when I was in Colombia, I downloaded Spanish, and so I could just, whenever didn't need Wi-Fi, I could translate something. So super helpful, game changer. I kind of wish that I had been using Google Translate in all my travels, because I've definitely, you know, traveled to foreign countries. Language barrier was crazy and I was completely lost. The next one that I'm so mad I'm just now discovering and using, I used it in Ecuador also actually, but I just used it a lot recently when we went to Colombia. It's called maps.me. It's basically an offline map. It's Google Maps. Again, you like download the city that you're going to be in. Like I downloaded the street, like all the streets in the whole Colombia, Medellin. Not Colombia, just Medellin. You can use it offline. I think that's like the beauty of these apps, is because, you know, we need Wi-Fi to connect usually to do anything when you're traveling. So to have apps that work offline is just like, blessing. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. I really wish I had this when I was in Japan, because that was the hardest city to get around, because that barrier was just so insane. I couldn't ask anyone directions. I couldn't figure out anything. I'm just really grateful to have it now though. These are all free, by the way. So the next 3 are kind of just like givens, but I'm gonna just like mention them just in case, you know, you might not know about these. There's Airbnb, obviously. I'm gonna say obviously, but you might not know about Airbnb. I know a couple people that are like, what's that? It's pretty much just, people have these really, really nice homes or apartments or rooms, and they rent them out for the weekend. It's usually a really nice space for a really, really affordable price. Most of the time when I travel, it's using Airbnbs to stay in, but I also do hostelworld.com. I'm a big fan of hostels. They are not scary. I don't know why there's this perception of like hostels being this crazy thing, although I'm sure crazy things have happened in them, but crazy things happen everywhere. So hostels are usually the second thing, either hostels or Airbnbs, and then, you know, hotels kind of just, I've used booking.com, I've used, you know, all those random websites. I don't really have a go-to for hotels. In Colombia, we did stay in a hotel, and it did end up being the cheapest option for us. That trip aside, Airbnbs usually win. You can get like a whole apartment or a whole house for a really, really low price. Next up is WhatsApp. This is pretty much if you were to meet somebody or your tour guide or whoever. Sorry, these baby hairs are trying to make a show. And I don't really want them in the shot. Not today, not today. WhatsApp is pretty much communicating with people in other countries. You know, if you need to keep in contact with a tour guide or someone, whatever, you gave out your number to somebody, whatever the case may be, WhatsApp is how you would communicate with foreign phone numbers. Really, really common app. I'm surprised if you haven't heard of it, but hey, hello, if you're new to this world. You know, like all my friends in other countries that I've made, like people I've met in Colombia, I'm still communicating with through this app to this day. So, I mean, obviously you can add them on Facebook and other stuff too, but you can call them, you can video chat them. It's just a way to communicate in another way. And the last one, I'm really not a huge fan. I mean, it's cool. I'm kind of new to it, I guess. Maybe that's why. Is Hopper. It is a really, really common app also that pretty much alerts you when flight prices drop for whatever trip you're trying to do. The only reason I don't love it is because I'm never really locked into dates. Basically, like, it'll tell you to pick a date and a location you're trying to go to, and whenever that window of travel, if the prices drop, it'll alert your phone like, hey, these have gone down. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's like more to it and there's other ways to do it. I just want to know like cheapest times whenever they are. I don't really have dates that I'm like stuck to, but it is really cool for finding out like, you know, when a price has dropped, or like it does show you like a calendar view of cheaper days to travel. So it is helpful for that. Slow down, Casey. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I will throw in my last one because if I have any vegans watching, you need to get Happy Cow. It is the that is what it is. It is just the best app that has ever happened to my phone. It does cost, the app is like $3 or something, I think, but the website is free, so you could just use Safari or whatever you want to use and go to happycow.net, I think, or happycow.com. Honestly, wherever I travel, no matter what, I'm using Happy Cow. It is the best. It basically shows you any vegan or vegetarian or places that have veggie options. So if you're with people that aren't vegan or vegetarian, they can eat stuff too, and you can have what you have. It also shows you like health food stores. It just, no matter where you're at, it has places for you to eat at, and you know, shows you where they're at, has reviews. You can search specifically for things, you can do favorites, you can create a trip, which I actually never really do, which I should probably do, but you can create a trip and say where you're going and like create a place, like a list of places you want to hit. It's just my favorite app ever. And a lot of people always are like, man, it must be so hard to be vegan and travel, like how do you do it? And honestly, it is the easiest thing in the world. Not only because of that app, but it's just about communicating and like making things work. I think that is it. It's the next day. I'm inserting this into the video because I totally forgot to mention one of the most important apps that I use. I'm pretty sure it works offline. I can't really remember, and I just was in Colombia using it. But the app XE Currency, it's basically just a currency exchange, but like super, super helpful when you're in another country and there is a crazy exchange rate and you have no idea, like 10,000 pesos equals like not a lot of dollars. A great app. Why did I forget it? Anyway, throwing that in there, back to the video. Sorry. If you have any suggestions for apps, please comment those down below because I am here for them. I'm here for them all. I always need to know all of them. I've heard of a lot and I've tried out a lot of different travel apps and things and flight things. There's a lot of trial and error with these kind of apps and things, and it all kind of depends on where you're going and what you're doing and what your intentions are with your travels. These are what personally helped me, so hopefully I've helped someone out there in this world. How's my card gonna fill when we got like 4 seconds left? Where is the place that you really, really want to go? Comment that down below. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.